Nigerian government, I'll score them 0 on this particular flood issue.
I believe there's a lapses on the area of the flood management team in this country, because before this flood came up, they were warned and they overlooked it. People are dying. Those people are not coming back. Is that the masses will be dying like that? They should do the needful.
In the last few weeks, floods have affected many Nigerian states. A lot of people, millions of people have been displaced and hundreds have died. This is a very unfortunate situation in the country, and every patriotic Nigerian should be worried. Well, we're in the streets of Abuja to ask Nigerians what they think, to know if the government is really doing enough to mitigate the situation. I am Oge Udebonam, Premium Times.
We must understand that we have leadership problem in Nigeria. You and I know that before the Cameroon built their dam, they instructed Nigerian government that look, for this flood that is going to be reduced, is going to be released from their dam, not to affect some of their states, you understand, or region, you must build a control dam as well, so that when they reduce theirs, when they release theirs, it will not give you problem. But our government did not do that. So the masses now are the ones suffering. Everything bounced back to governance. If we have good governance, if we have a good government, you will see that all these things shall be taken care of.
Right now, the government is making her effort, but they have to make sure that they mitigate it in such a manner that the flood will arrest the situation. So they need to work hard in order to ameliorate the suffering of the masses of this country. Actually, the flood is affecting the poor people. The poor are at the receiving end.
Nigerian government, I'll score them 0 on this particular flood issue. They have not taken preventive measures to forestall future occurrence of the flooding. It has happened before and it is happening again. And you know, the system in Nigeria, where they pay little or no attention to sensitive issues as this, they will not pay even more attention to this particular issue. The next time it will be even worse than this. So I am using this opportunity to call on governments, to call on NEMA and the rest agency of government that have the responsibility in taking care of this issue, to start thinking on preventive measures to forestall future occurrence.
I believe there's a lapses on the area of the flood management team in this country, because before this flood came up, they were warned and they overlooked it. This country, we've experienced this before. It's not a new thing. And me, I'm affected because I'm from the South region. I'm from River State, to be precise, and I'm also affected by this flood. So I want the Nigerian government that when they see this kind of information coming, because anything that happens in this country, they have agencies that is responsible for that. When they bring this information or this warning, they should swift into action immediately. And if we will switch into action, this particular flood that ravaged Nigeria, this particular one is so dear to many people, because many lives, many properties were lost. It wouldn't have happened, but they ignored it. Please, the agencies responsible for that should sit up.
The flood you are talking about is not a strange thing to us. They should have to do the needful. It has been happening every year. They are giving them the name and they are giving them money, the allocation, they are giving them money. Why they not try to do something? Is it every year we explain this? We want to know it's flood. They know this will come out. Before you know, they what they call planning. We have a minister. Minister of water resources. All these parastatals, they have the minister. People that are in charge of it, they know what they do. They have to prevent it. They should plan ahead. They don't just put them there and be collecting money, bring contract, awarding contract, and so on. They cannot prevent the masses. Do you know how many people have died in this flood that happened recently? And people are dying. Those people are not coming back. Is that the masses will be dying like that? They should do the needful. That's what you are praying for. They should do the needful, not by be then and looted money.
Yeah, the federal government has to play their own part, and the state government has to play their own part. Because you have a state government in that place, and you have a federal government. You have a senators, you have people representing them. When you are representing your people, you are working for your people. You are not working for your pocket and your children and your grandchildren. No, you are working for the interest of your people. Let your people enjoy your interest. Let them benefit from your interest. That's a good leadership.
I think to a certain extent, they have tried, but
How exactly have they tried?
I think the sensitization, but it's not enough. The sensitization is not enough. because I believe the national orientation agencies and the media should go a long way. And I think it should go out of, it should not be government alone, because it's not only Nigeria. As we as citizens have some roles to play. When we are building, we should mind where we build. Because these days we don't even mind the waterway. There are things we should do towards the rainy season. We should be taking some measures.